In this third video, I would like to share information about Facebook privacy settings, specifically this privacy tab here, timeline and tagging, and blocking. How did I get to this part of Facebook? Well, let's say you started off at your profile or your timeline. So you get there by clicking on your name and or your picture. So again, your timeline is where you post all of your information. From here, you go all the way over to the right and find this tiny arrow at the end. Click on it. Scroll down to settings, click on settings. In the video before this, I talked about general and security, so let's get started with privacy. This is a very important first step with who can see my stuff, who can see your future posts. In other words, let's say you started off with a new Facebook account. Before you post anything, you need to decide automatically, right? Every time you post, Facebook will automatically decide who to share that information with. If you choose public, that will be everyone. Now you can change this. You can change this to just friends. And there I have just friends. For me, I prefer public because all of the information that I'm sharing is related to work, and I already have a public website as well. So it makes sense to just have a public Facebook account as well, but that might not work for you. So just keep in mind that you can go in and edit that, and you can change it to whatever you're comfortable with. The next place that I'd like to focus on is who can contact me. So who can send you friend requests? Well, right now I have that set to everyone because I want everyone to be able to find me, especially because you only have two options here. It's either everyone or friends of friends. Friends of friends means that only people who know people that you know can contact you. One thing that you can do if you want to keep your account really private is just set it to friends of friends. And let's say you meet somebody new and you want to have them on Facebook. You can always go into your settings and change them for a few minutes, just long enough for that person to add you, and then change them back after. Okay. Next, who can look me up? Well, I want everyone to find me using my email address, and I want people to Google me, right? And that search engine means, things like Google. I'll show up. My Facebook profile will show up when somebody Googles me. Now you notice here, who can look you up using the phone number you provided? Well, I haven't provided a phone number. I do not want to add my mobile phone number. Every time I get a message, and it happens about once a month, I get a message saying, add your mobile number. I just click the X. You have to find the X, but it's there. I just click it off. Um, it's just what I choose to do. If you don't feel like you'll ever lose your phone, then go ahead and add your mobile number. For me, I'm always worried that I might lose it, and so I don't want I don't want Facebook to have that information. Timeline and tagging. Who can add things? Only me. For me, this is important. Only I want to put information on my timeline. So I don't want just anybody posting information, just in case it isn't related to what I'm teaching or to WASA or to education. Now, there are two spots where you can review posts or tags. Review posts, review tags. You should have both of those turned on. If somebody else has something to say and what they're saying relates to you, they can add your name to their post or their tag. And then if you have this on, right, so edit, right, enabled here, right, and here, enabled, If you have it enabled, if you have it on, it means that if somebody wants to include you in something that they're saying, you will know before that goes on to your timeline, before you share that with anybody else. And then if somebody's sharing something, then you can say, okay, for me, I only want friends to see it. And usually it's other teachers that are sharing things that have happened to both of us, to all of the teachers together, or maybe me and another teacher, when visited a community together or something like that. Only WASA students and members of the WASA community need to know about that. Right? So that's why I have friends for these three options here. Friends, friends, and friends. Now, review what other people see on your timeline. This is useful. Edit. This is what your profile looks like to anybody in the public. And if I exit, then I get out of there. You can also do the same thing over here, over with activity log. There's these three dots. Click on the three dots, click on view as, and you have that same option. So this is what the general public sees when they see my Facebook profile. Okay, let's go back to those settings and talk about blocking. Settings, blocking. Two areas of blocking are the most useful, and I will mention how to unfriend someone as well. Block users, block messages. So you don't want to unfriend somebody, but you don't really want to deal with them anymore. So just put their name or email here and click block. Maybe you just don't want somebody messaging you. Maybe they're messaging you too often. Same thing, type their name in there. Let's say that you wanted to unfriend somebody. You would go into your friends section and you'd find that person, and underneath their photo you'd see that they were friends. Well, you'd click on the arrow beside friends and you'd go to unfriend. So that's if you really felt like your safety was being threatened and you didn't want to be friends with somebody on Facebook at all anymore. All right, there will be a few more things to talk about. One more settings video to go coming up next.